Hi, Ditch fellas. I would like to talk to you about my two favorite exercises. So one is the drone training, and the second one is the takawaka, played with articulation and focusing on articulation and speed. So, for the first exercise, the drone, um, we will, we, the idea one, we will try to play the drone, the drone like this. Just show, it's better to show. So when doing the drone, we can do articulations like the harmonics, so A, E, I, O, U, and we will breathe on the O, U, and A. So E and I are the high articulations. So you notice what I did was to play E sound and then breathe and do different rhythms. But then, in order to keep the same volume as the general volume as the E sound, I always go back to the E and try to reproduce the same loudness and the same clarity for all the other sounds as I have with my E. Right, I'll do it again. Now, for that, to be able to have the proper drone, your lips should be humid, so you can do it with your tongue, or drink enough water, which is probably the best solution, as we should drink more water than we usually do. And water is good for you. Um, Another thing to remember, which is important for the drone, is that the lips, as the air goes out, you need to, well, it's a bit like a ball. You need to imagine it as a ball, that the space where the air goes, it forms a ball. So this ball, if you can squeeze it tighter, the sound will be more clear. It's like a balloon. If you take a balloon and an inflated balloon and you let the air out by pinching the two the air, the place where the air comes out. By pinching it, less air can come out, but it will make more noise. So for that, we will try to visualize this little ball we have in our mouth, where the air escapes between our lips, and try to squeeze it hard, right? So that's for the first exercise. And now the second one is, like I was saying, is a stamina exercise. So you'll have to think very very well about your posture. The posture is extremely important when you play fast, because as you have little time to breathe in, if you're bent over, if your knees are higher than 90%, for example, so if the knees are like this, it makes more difficult for the stomach or the belly to move and to breathe properly. When you sit, try to sit in the best way to sit straight. So you have to think about putting the belly in, like this, bringing the shoulders down, keeping the chin at a 90 degrees angle, keeping the head straight with the spine. So these four elements, you will have to remember them as you play fast, and especially on this exercise, taka waka, we have one space to breathe. So the breathing time is very short. You need to have a good posture. This way you can breathe as fast as you can, and you can breathe in air as fast as you can. I'll show you an example. It's that we hear three breaths out and one breath in. If we do out in, then it will become so that's one out, one in. And if we do the breathing time twice as short, it becomes 3 breaths out and 1 in. So the idea of this exercise is to do it as fast as you can, but with articulation. And I would say the most important in any exercise is to have the proper articulation. If you go too fast, or if it becomes tiring, you have to slow down the tempo. It's not worth it to take bad habits about posture or playing just because you want to go faster. It's gonna harm you in the long run. It's better to do what you can instead of things that you cannot. So I'm gonna put this rhythm, this way I show you how the exercise happens, And what you have to notice, to pay attention to, is how I try to wiggle my body back into shape so I'm totally straight and have the most efficient way of playing. That was a bit short, but it was very tiring. So if it becomes too hard, too tiring, the idea is to do this exercise for about 5 to 10 minutes. If you can do 20, it's even better. It will be very hard to do it in one go. The idea of an exercise is to do it in one go without stopping. If it's too hard, then you have to slow down the tempo. Like I was saying, focus on the articulation. If you cannot articulate or have enough time to breathe, then it's better to slow down. Like today, I feel I'm less efficient than other times, and this rhythm is getting me a bit tiring. Now, today I played it for already 20 minutes, not in one go, but you have to accept sometimes that your body responds less to what you want. So just if it happens, move down the tempo and do it slightly slower until you feel more comfortable. Until you feel comfortable. So those are my two favorite exercises. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you'll tell me what you think about it, how it helped you, and if you feel it's a good thing, a good exercise, or if you think they are two good exercises.